So imagine that you're at the mall and you have $100 to spend by the end of the day. Your money is a finite amount, meaning you only have so much of it before you run out. So every store that you walk by is going to be vying and salivating at the thought of your money. So whether it's by trying to lure you in with big sales, free samples, or flashy displays, each store knows that the longer that you spend in their store, the more likely you are to spend your hard-earned money there. Well, whether you're aware of it or not, your time and attention is also a finite resource. In a single day, you only have so much time split between school, work, friends, your hobbies, or anything else that you might have lined up. And when we think of the word economics, we think about it in terms of the production, consumption, and transfer of money. But there's also such a thing as attention economy, which has to do with treating your attention as a valuable resource and all of the ways to get as much of that resource as possible. But why does this matter when it comes to your devices and what you do online?
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a social media analyst, and I can definitely answer that question for you. Whenever you're on social media, scrolling through posts, watching videos, playing games, or shopping, these are all examples of activities that use up your attention. All companies and websites are vying for as much of your attention as possible, because at the core of their business, that's how they make their money. Businesses, companies, and people pay websites and platforms to show you advertisements. The more time and attention that you give them by clicking, watching, interacting, the more advertisements that they will show you and the more data that they can collect. Websites and social media platforms are engineered to be as addictive and engaging as possible. In order to do so, they'll create content that is designed to keep you hooked. Whether that's in a form of videos, articles, or featured like games or tools, their goal is to usually keep you looking at their screen for as long as possible. That's why some articles on websites are broken up into tens of different pages that you have to click through instead of being on one page. Or why some videos that you watch are broken up into multiple parts with cliffhanger endings. Techniques like these keep you clicking through their platform to get to the end, and as a result, you get shown more ads. So when you hear the phrase attention economy, you can think of it like this: a competition between websites and platforms for your time and attention. Since you only have so much time and attention in a day, they will use every trick to make their content more addictive than other platforms. Because that's what's keeping you on their platform, looking at their ads and making them more money. It is important to be aware of this because it can sometimes lead you to spending too much time online or being influenced by what you see. It is a good idea to balance your online activities with things you enjoy and not let the internet use up all of your attention.
Well, that's a really good way of looking at it. I think a lot of times it can seem like a really great thing to have all of these websites and platforms vying for your attention. But we also need to be aware that a lot of them are using very real psychological tricks to try and get you as clinically addicted to them as possible. So, much like with eating sweets, playing video games, or anything else in life, it's never a bad idea to consume things in moderation, including the internet, and to balance your online activities with your responsibilities and other things that you enjoy.